Yeah. Rush that like button, everybody. Waiting for a few more people to join the live, guys, before we kick this one off. Trying to pull up live stream chat. And shout out to Dr. Pumpus already sent us a super chat, guys, before we even started, guys. I love that type of energy. He wants to talk about WTRH, HEPA, as well as AEHL, guys. So just waiting for a few more people to join us here. 18 watching currently. Slap that like button, guys. It's 18 of us in this video as of now. At least let's get it up to 10, guys. Let's get an even number on there. $17 thumbs up, and we're off, guys. Okay, Dr. Pumpus wants to talk about WTHR, guys. It's the first stock we're going to take a look at here. Shout out to you for that super chat. Now, let's take a look here at what's been going on. Take a brief look here at the day chart for WTRH. As of now, this thing has been in a downtrend since it hit that $1.47, broke the dollar barrier, and even came all the way down to 89 cents, guys. Okay, we're currently under the dollar right now. If we look here at the minute chart, though, during today's trading, we were above $1, guys. Now, seeing as though this thing was trading most of the time above the VWAP, we see some spotting trading right here, which is very, very low value, extremely low value. Just telling us one thing, guys, this stock is cooking something. Now, seeing as though that we see a huge candle on the entry here, let's take a look here at the analysis so far. Looking here at being based on Forg, we see the low $1.75, the average being $2.87, with the high being $4 even. But if we take a look here at this order flow distribution, guys, large scale order isn't in our favor whatsoever. We do see a massive outflow as far as the large scale goes, guys. Now, that is very concerning here, okay? Now, it's going to take a lot for this stock to see a reversal. As you can see here, the large scale was just massive compared to inflows, as well as the medium outsurpassed the inflows as well. But we do see that small scale slightly above the outflows. Okay, guys, that's the retail investor buying this dip here. But as you can see here, obvious institutional exits here, guys. Okay, which is forcing selling pressure on the stock, but it didn't go their way. We see a huge exit candle here. Now, if we take a look here at the value for this stock, it is pretty much even so far right now. But looking here at that volume, though, guys, as you can see here, the volume was greater than the average, not too much. Very, very low turnover rate, guys. And the reason why the turnover rate is so low, as you can see here, this thing isn't moving too much. It's really at a tug of war right now. Those large scale orders is really hurting the stock right now. Those large scale outflows is really hurting this stock. Now, looking back at this day chart though, guys, the bottom is looking as though that it was 89 cents. Okay, now, if this thing decides to reverse and we start to come up in price, guys, yesterday was the day to be buying this thing. I don't know why that always happens. I don't know why the live stream always drops like that. What's up, Amanda? Okay, but yeah, though, guys, if this thing tends to reverse at this price, expect to see huge buying pressure on the stock moving forward. But like I was saying, my only concern here is this order flow distribution, especially the large scale orders in the last 5 days, is just killing the stock, and it has been killing it for a while now. When we see stuff like this, guys, the reversal is massive. Okay, so when this thing does decide to reverse, I'm not saying the reversed already, even though that we see 2 green days back to back, doesn't ensure us that this thing is going to continue to rise in price. Okay, so with that being said, guys, if you're in the stock, if you were up at those $1.37s and all that, guys, that was the time. Now is the time to average down. Under $1 is the time to average down on your cost, as well as jump in the stock. Anything under $1 is appealing. Now, we might be reversing here, and if we do, guys, this stock can be going towards $1.40 as early as tomorrow. Okay. Now, the next stock I want to take a look at, guys, Dr. Pumpus wants to talk about HEPA, guys. Take a look at those thumbs up. We got 35 thumbs up, guys. Let's slap that like button. Let's get some more thumbs up on this video, guys. Let's get it to 50. Okay. Let's get that like button up to 50, guys. We're currently sitting at 35. I know you guys got it in ya. Now, HEPA. What we are looking at here is the day chart, guys. Looking over here at the key statistics today, though, as you can see here, the volume today was low. Very low. Okay. With this low type of volume, guys, let's take a look here at the analysis and see what was coming through the stock. We do see the large scale outperforming the inflow today. We see all 3 levels outperforming it towards the end. Now, if we look here at the 1-minute chart, as you can see here, we see some very spotty trading on here, guys, due to the fact that the low value. When stocks look like, when the day chart, well, the 1-minute chart looks like this, guys, I tend to stay away from stuff like this until it starts to pick up in value. If we look here at the day chart on the stock, though, as you can see here, this stock is very volatile. We see some huge candles. Okay. With these type of candles, guys, it opens at $1.69. The high being, the open was actually the high here, and the low was $1.56, and we closed at $1.57. So very volatile stock with low value. Okay, that is something I tend to not go after. We see a very low turnover rate, very low, as well as the free float compared to the shares outstanding isn't my cup of tea here, guys. But let's take another look here. The institutional holdings. Institutional holdings is quite low. Okay, if it's under 15%, we call that low, and they see 1422 here. Now that tells us that the institutions doesn't have as much sway in this company. Okay, so the buying and selling of it isn't magnified, guys. So it's going to take a lot of buying. We have to see a lot of volume coming through this stock to push it forward, or to see it, or to just to even see this thing rise in price. It's going to take a lot of value, guys. You got 50 thumbs up, guys. You rock. That was pretty quick, guys. Pretty quick. But looking here though, guys, we don't see any change from the June 30th. No change whatsoever. But looking as though that they own less than 15%, guys, is somewhat concerning for me, because when the institutions own a lot, it is magnified on the buying and selling. And we do see that the retail investor believes this stock is the stock price is higher, and they're buying it at this discount. As you can see here, the buying of the retail investor doesn't do as much as we need it to, guys. What really affects this stock is large scale orders. Now we do see the large scale orders outperforming the outflow today, which is very good, but we do need to see this thing pick up throughout the week if we're going to see a reversal here. If we're going to see this thing start pushing up in price, we do have to see some large scale orders coming in. Now, Dr. Pumpus wants to talk about AEHL. Again, Dr. Pumpus, thank you for that super chat. It really does help the channel, guys. I really do a lot of work. This does take a lot of energy to make these videos. Not only that, keep this schedule, guys. My day is in gridlock around this time. Now, looking at this stock, we see the ups and downs, But if we look over here, turnover rate is quite low, guys. We see that free float is ideal because it's under 5 million shares. Okay, so we're approaching that micro float. And micro floats are easily manipulated by the retail investor. All it takes is volume in a micro float, guys. But as you can see here, low volume in AEHL as well, guys. Okay, very low volume compared to the average. If we take a look here at the 1 minute chart for AEHL, this is the only thing that AEHL is missing is value, guys. Very spotty trading. Okay, guys, when stocks are spot trading like this, I tend to stay away from them until the volume picks up, and that's what we really are looking for here in AEHL. But the good thing about AEHL is that estimated borrow fee. Okay, estimated borrow fee is quite high, but if we look here at the day chart, depending on where and when did the hedge funds borrow some shares, it is looking as though on this day chart they are in a good position to buy back some of those shares if they bought them around $3.47. Okay, guys, anywhere around in the $3 range, mid $3, they are in a good position to return those shares. But with that estimated borrow fee being high, guys, it kind of cancels out their profit of buying them back at this price. So they're probably hoping that this thing hits levels around $2.20. Looking at that 52-week low, I do not think we will go that low, guys. In fact, I do think we will see a reversal here in the stock pretty soon. Okay, now if we take a look here at the analysis, once again, order flow distribution. Order flow distribution isn't as bad as HEPA, guys, but it isn't awesome as well. As you can see, there's small, to my surprise, outflow outperformed the inflow. That is concerning, guys. That is concerning for today, but we do see the large scale surpassing the outflow. Okay, so that is what really kept this stock from really dropping in price bad. Okay, but AEHL needs volume. That's it. That's all. 52-week high being $7.70, with that low being $1.78. Risk versus reward is in our favor here, guys. We're at 60 thumbs up, guys. It's 115 of us in this live stream, correct? Let's pump that thing up to 80. Let me see 20 likes rush in, guys. Just 20 likes. That's what we're asking for right now. 20 more likes. We're sitting at 60. So if you came into this live stream and you didn't drop a like, now is the time. Amanda is back at it again, guys. Back at it again. Amanda wants to talk about. Thanks for that super chat, Amanda. It really does help the channel. Now, is Bit Digital dead? And how about CEI? Okay, Amanda, let's go over Bit Digital for you really quickly. Now, Bit Digital, no, it isn't dead. Bit Digital is a crypto mining stock. Okay, we do see drawbacks here all the time, huge volatility. We shot all the way up to $3 and all the way up to $20. Okay, when we see those moonshots, guys, expect a drawback like this. Expect a long drawback like this, one that drags out for some time. Now, we do see some spikes in this play as far as the green days. Huge candles giving us opportunities to buy and sell in the same day and make a decent amount of profit. But as you can see here, guys, if this stock continues to trade on this line, we do see some nice support around $9.40 here. Okay, so with that being said, guys, the support that we see here in Bit Digital does not concern me whatsoever. Okay, isn't concerning. Now, looking here at that low turnover rate, which is awesome. Free float compared to the shares outstanding is okay. Now, the reason why I say Bit Digital isn't over with yet, because Bitcoin is still around, guys. Crypto stocks are still around. The only way that Bit Digital would just totally lose its spunk is if Bitcoin and Ether were banned. If that was totally outlawed in the United States, Bit Digital would be in trouble. But with that though, guys, Bit Digital is a investment, okay, long-term play, due to the fact that we have to look at Bitcoin's future price. Okay, so take a look here at the crypto world. As you can see here, a red day. We did hit a high though, 48,000. But guys, we were at 50,000 not too long ago, so it's going to take us to jump over 50,000 for Bit Digital to start seeing nice buy actions going on. But Ether is doing its thing. Okay, back to Bit Digital. Again, Amanda, thanks for that super chat. It really does go a very, very long way. Okay, now back to Bit Digital. We take a look here at the analysis, order flow distribution from today. As you can see here, with that small outflow surpassing the inflow, that is slightly concerning. Okay, not too much though, guys, because we know since Bitcoin did come down in price, expect the small investor to pull back some. Okay, now next stock we're going to talk about is CEI. CEI was in the beginning of the day, right before the bell, guys. I don't know if you woke at the time, but Bit Digital did see a drop all the way to $1.31. A very quick drop at that. Now, these are clearly institutional pullouts trying to force selling pressure on the stock. Okay, but we have to take into consideration these two candles that I showed you. Hold on, let's go. I hate when this thing does that, shooting that far. So these exit candles we see here was two entry candles from yesterday. So like I was telling you guys in yesterday's video, expect to see these things drawing out today. And exactly what they did, but so to my surprise, they did it during the pre-market. Okay, now that resulted in huge amounts of buying pressure on the stock. As you can see here, once that happened, this thing actually just instantly started uptrending. Okay, soon the bell came about. That dip actually made extreme buying pressure on the stock. It just continually to jump up in price right at the bell. We see it trading very comfortably along the VWAP, and then we see a huge entry candle. 7 million shares have been moved around this minute alone for a 5.56 gain. Clear institutional buy-in. Okay, seeing this institutional buy-in that we see here, guys, expect to see that thing pull out either this aftermarket, tomorrow's pre-market, or tomorrow's trading day. Now, seeing as though that we closed 4.27%, closing under the VWAP, We take a look here at the value. Extreme today, guys. Extreme value. Extreme turnover rate, which is a little concerning. That can, in fact, cause us to see a slight red day tomorrow here in CEI. But don't take that as a bad thing. Do not take that as a advice to shade some positions in just yet, guys. If we take a look here at the analysis, let's see what really went on behind the scenes. And as you can see here, that large scale kept us from really mooning today. But very high numbers, though. Very high numbers. But if we look here at the small, retail investor does this all the time, guys. They love CEI. A lot of people love the way that CEI is moving. If we look here at the day chart, guys, this thing is just in a uprise. Not too big and not too big of spikes. Which means, guys, we don't have to worry about waking up and this thing is a 90-cent stock. We don't have to worry about this thing dropping 40% in one day due to the fact that the way it is moving. Okay, so that's very, very good. Very, very good, guys. Let's check out these thumbs up and see what you got. We got 80 thumbs up and 128 people watching, guys. Let's put another 20 on there. And by the way, we got 1 thumbs down. We always get 1 thumbs down from the same person every time. We call that a clown move, man. Clown move. But looking here, though, we got 80 thumbs up, guys. Push that thing to 100. Back to Obi-Wan. Can we check out Nat? Sure can. I love it when you guys call me Obi-Wan. Huge Star Wars fan. Die-hard Star Wars fan. And once I start going in front of the camera actually and doing these live streams, guys, you will see all of my amazing Star Wars collectible items, man. I can't wait for that. But looking here at CEI, guys, like I was saying, the way this thing is moving, we do not have to be scarce. We do not have to be scared if this thing drops 7%. Don't think it's going to come all the way down to levels to $1 even due to the fact that the way it is moving healthy. We see some drawbacks every now and again. As you can see here, a red day here, a red day here, which is building support, guys. We need those red days on our way up. We're building nice support, and we need really what I am looking out for is another inflow, massive, like we saw here on the 14th. Now, Doc, my boy Doc wants to talk about NAC, Northern Dynasties, guys. The mineral company, NAK. Tricked you, NAK. I wish NAC was $98. Like I was telling you guys earlier this week, last week as well, that NAK is in a very good place. We're going to be seeing people buying off speculation due to the fact that that appeal that they're up for. Okay, now if that appeal goes through, guys, if you're not in NAC, you're going to cry yourself to sleep for a very, very long time. And guys, that analyst high price target that we see here is going to look like a low price target if that thing gets approved. It's like betting on the FDA approval. If it gets denied, NAC will most likely get pushed off the New York Stock Exchange completely. Okay, that's the risk you are taking if you're in the stock now. But if it goes our way, whoever's in the stock at this price will be a mini Donald Trump in the game, guys. Early seat. This is what we call an early seat, guys. We've been talking this early seat stuff for a while now. And it is very important to get an early seat because a very low cost average is key. Okay. It's very key, guys. Like I was telling you, that high that we see here, analyst price target, if Northern Dynasty appeals go their way, if their appeal for their Pebble project goes their way, and they get the okay to mine in Alaska, that high will look like a low. And see that we're at 48 cents. I'm pretty sure this stock can be trading at $5 to $6. Okay. And if you have a 40-cent cost average, anytime, and the stock is now $4, anytime that stock moves up 10%, you're doubling your money. And that is the real reason why I tell you guys, if you buy a stock now and you plan on selling it completely and then jumping back in the stock, you're not doing anything but just hurting your cost average. If you're going to do that, lock in some gains, guys. Don't sell it all and try to jump back into stock, because that is not the smart way to do things. In fact, big players doesn't do things like that, guys. That's why we see them locking gains and not selling out completely, because cost average is the most important thing when it comes down to the stock market. Okay, now to all my TTM family out there, guys, like we said in the Discord, it's time to talk about Smile Direct. Smile Direct Club. Okay, guys, now yesterday video, what I was seeing on yesterday's order flow distribution, I was telling you guys it was looking as though it could set itself up for a big run. Now, seeing what the order flow distribution brought in on the large today, my whole outlook on the stock changed. Okay, like I was telling you guys yesterday, this thing is a hold, but seeing the large scale order that came in today, guys, is looking as though this thing is most likely setting itself up for a major run here. Okay, now with that being said, if tomorrow's large scale order comes in like we see here today, the 5.63% that we closed at today will look like nothing. Okay, we closed that here at $6. If you see some large scale orders coming in, really like how we saw here on the 14th, guys, man, we could be seeing levels around $7.50 on tomorrow's trade. Okay, super serious on that, guys. That is, let me do my math. If we go to $1.75, that's 25% gain. Quick, 25% gain tomorrow. If we can see some large scale orders coming in, because we don't have to worry about the small scale here in SDC whatsoever. As you can see, SDC small scale today was just massive, very massive. The value came in today as well, guys. Not only that, low turnover rate. So things in the stock market do change very fast, guys. When a stock is showing signs of losing life on one day, things can change the next. Okay, guys, so look here at the estimated borrow fee, though. It's 2.60%, so this isn't a short squeeze target. Whatsoever. It's not a short squeeze target. Please. Okay. We see that 52-week high being $16.08, with the 52-week low being in $4.63, guys. And we could talk about this all the time. Assessing risk versus reward. And seeing as though that we're at $66 and the stock did get pushed down on a jump down, seeing as though this stock is already beat down, risk versus reward is in our favor. Okay, now guys, like I tell you guys all the time, I have to go down the list. So the next stock we have to talk about now is Prog. Okay, guys, if you need your ticker talked about as soon as possible, if you think I'm overlooking it, guys, I'm not. But I have to go down the line. Okay, everyone has to get a chance to get their ticker talked about. But if you want to get your ticker talked about right away, all you have to do is send in super chat. It doesn't matter the amount whatsoever. Okay, guys, anything you send helps the channel. Not only that, it helps me see your ticker right away. So next stock we got to talk about is Prog. A lot of you guys want me to talk about. I'm seeing a lot of ATER. I'm seeing Opad, TMC. We're going to get to that, guys, but we have to work our way down. Now, if you need me to talk about it right away, if it's crucial I talk about it right away, guys, just send me a super chat so you can get that in. Now, looking here at Prog. Let's take a look here at Prog. Prog. Now, look, check this out, guys. Large scale orders isn't in our favor whatsoever. Only thing that kept this stock above today was that medium and small. We don't pay too much attention to the medium, but it is true. The medium did affect today. Looking here at that turnover rate, 34.43. is another reason why the stock didn't close above 10%. Looking here, Webull needs to get their stuff together, man. Yes, I recommend people using Webull, but Webull always make me look bad when they mess up with these key statistics. These things are backwards, guys. The shares outstanding is actually 103.02 million, and the shares in the free float is actually 45.16 million. Now, looking at that ratio is in our favor. Market cap is this a low market cap stock? It's not a blue chip, guys. So we're going to see volatile days. Now, if we zoom out on this, looking at this chart, guys, as you can see here, this stock is just in a huge downtrend. This thing been downtrending since the first day it hit the stock market. Downtrend. Got some life. Started trading sideways. Another drop off. Okay, started to get some buying pressure here. But all in all, guys, Forg, you can make some money on this thing. But if we take a look here at the financials, guys, look here at the cash flow. Isn't looking too good. Let's take a look here at income statement. Look at that red. Now, from the quarter over, the revenue is slightly up. But and they all looking at it on the year over, the revenue is down. And down a lot, guys. Now, earnings matters a lot in a stock like this. So a bad earnings can spiral this stock down faster than you think, guys. Very, very fast. My boy Don just sent the super chat, guys. Shout out to you, Don. It really does help a lot. He wants to talk about ENVB. I got you, Don. Just stick with me. Don't hop out yet. We're going to go over ENVB together. Now, looking here at this financials, guys. Stocks like this really, a lot of it depends on its earnings. As you can see here, year over, it's just bad. Very bad for the year over. But if we look here at the balance sheet, though, that, whoa, guys, I done gave you guys a lot of lessons on this, and to see that this is total opposite of what I preach. Okay, I tell you guys all the time, the total assets must outweigh the total liabilities, and in this case, the total liabilities is massively outweighing the total assets, with that debt to asset not in its favor. So the capability of them paying back their debt here isn't good whatsoever. Not good whatsoever. We got 107 likes, guys. Let's get it up to 125. We got 146 people in this chat right now, guys. So I know we have it in us. We have the numbers to do so. So slap that thumbs up on your way in or your way out, guys. It really does help a lot. But looking here at these financials, though, guys, Forg isn't looking too well. Okay, this is why I tell you guys all the time, a stock like this, the earnings matter a lot. Bad earnings can push this thing down tremendously, as well as good earnings can push it up. Shout out to my boy Joe Miami, huh? Joe just sent us $10 on the super chat, Joe. I really, really do appreciate that. That helps us a lot here on the channel. Not only that, it gives me a peace of mind knowing that you guys do appreciate what I'm doing here. So it keeps me going, guys. It keeps my gears going. Keeps the gears oiled up. Now, Don says, my man, can you talk about TMC and explain how shares are locked for 6 months, which can possibly trigger a squeeze because of the calls above $10? The market makers need to buy. Tomorrow should be big. We'll talk about TMC, guys. We will talk about TMC, Joe. But Don is up next. Don wants to talk about ENVB. ENVB. Now, here at ENVB, guys, stocks like this that shoot straight to the moon like that, with few drawbacks in between, few cool downs in between, guys, is going to see a reversal. It's going to see a drop in price. It's going to see days that it opens high, close lower. We're going to see lower lows when we do see a moonshot like this, guys. So that's something you got to look out for. That's something you should already know. That's something you should instill in your mind. Okay. Now, looking here at today's trading, key statistics, the volume being low compared to the average, low turnover rate, which is the type of stocks we like, free float compared to the shares outstanding, that ratio is awesome. But if we take a look here at the analysis for today, one thing I want to take a look here at, okay, if we add these numbers up, large scale order inflow is still in our favor, so we do see buying pressure standing on the neck of this stock as far as the layout scale goes. But looking here at that small, slightly outperformed, but that's something we do not have to worry about, with that medium being relatively close. Okay, but looking here at the day chart, guys, the VWAP spotty trading, something I don't like. Not as spotty as a few other stocks we saw here today. That's spotty trading, something I don't like, guys. But as you can see here, pre-market saw some huge volatility as well as the aftermarket. Okay, yesterday's trading did close at a slope, down slope. But if we look here at today's trading, guys, right at the bell, we did see a red candle come in, but the buying started in right away. Okay, trading along the VWAP comfortably. We do see some of these huge entry candles, so expect these things to make its way out either this aftermarket or tomorrow. But looking here, zooming out, guys, as you can see here, huge volatility going from $2.59 to $2.84 relatively quickly. And we closed above the VWAP, slightly above the VWAP, guys, and we're currently under. Now, seeing as such, I do think tomorrow will be a green day for ENVB, due to the fact that we see a very low turnover rate, guys. And the way that we see it here moving tells us a lot of buying pressure was on the stock on a small scale. Again, order flow distribution. Okay, that's when that buying pressure picked up. And looking here at the large scale, by us seeing this large scale still outweighing the outflows within only 2 days of it, guys, is a key indicator that this thing can see a green day tomorrow. So keep your eyes out on this play if you're still in it. Now, my man Joe, back to my boy Joe. Joe wants to talk about TMC. Let's talk about TMC. Now, Joe says, TMC, and explain how shares are locked for 6 months. Now, looking here at TMC, the shares being locked for 6 months can, in fact, cause this thing to short squeeze. Because when we look here at the estimated borrow fee, it is low, 18.40%. So they're not paying a premium just yet. But with those 6 month shares being locked in, let's take a look here at the institutional holdings really quick. The institutions hold a lot of stock here in this play. They hold a lot, okay? So with that being said, with those shares being locked in, the magnitude of the buying is magnified. The only thing that is stopping this thing from entering a short squeeze talk right now is that estimated borrow fee. With 18% estimated borrow fee, guys, these hedge funds can hold this thing for the next 10 years on sideways trading. Okay, now if the stock continues to move up, because if we look here at this day chart really quickly, the way TMC is in, like I told you guys, we're in the swing cycle right now, giving us great opportunity to buy it at a point of the at certain times of the day and selling it at certain times of that same day for a nice gain, guys. But looking here though, let's go back to the looking here though, this swing cycle, 3 red days, green day, 3 red days, but it's still in the overall uptrend. So we're gonna look at that as a green day. If we look here at the 1 minute chart though, as you can see here, most of this popping came off in the pre-market. Like I tell you guys all the time, when the stock is trending during the pre-market, you do not want to grab it because you will have a better buying opportunity. So if you chase this thing at 1578 in fear of missing out, aka trading off emotions, guys, I want to get you guys out of doing that. Change your mindset on that, guys. We have to have the Wallstreetbets mindset. Okay. Now, looking here though, we do see some volatile movement, huge volatility, but closing right on the VWAP. We're gonna call that on the VWAP, guys, because it's so close. My boy Joe just sent another one. Joe, you killing it. Joe is about to break the super chats. He's about to break the whole system. Thanks a lot for that $10, Joe. It really does help a lot. You are doing the channel a great cause. In fact, personally, guys, you are boosting my ego. You guys make me get up in the morning every time because I know we have the best subscribers here. We have the best community here. Not only that, guys, we look out for one another. We share our DD over in the Discord. It's like a great big happy family, guys. Why do most of these stocks go up in pre-market and after hours? Due to the fact that the selling pressure that they cause it during the day. Due to the fact that the market makers are trying to catch you at the top. And that's it. Trying to shake you out of your position. They want you to jump out. But let's finish talking about TMC though, Joe. I'm going to check out what you said on that second one here pretty quickly. But I want to finish TMC really quick. Okay, but like I was saying though, we see this huge volatility. We see huge buying in TMC. Okay, now the only thing that is affecting the short squeeze possibility here is that estimated borrow fee. Now, not to change subject, I'm going to show you a high estimated borrow fee really quick. This is high. This has a very good chance of short squeezing. 552%, but we're going to talk about that later. Back to TMC, guys. Back to TMC. Okay, TMC is seeing buying pressure on the stock throughout the whole range. Take a look here. We're seeing buying pressure in the aftermarket, pre-market, trading day. Okay, large scale orders in the last 5 days is looking very, very good. We see all three levels outperforming the outflow, which is key to a multi-day runner. Okay, it's in a swing cycle. Okay, sometimes this thing might open, but close a little bit lower. Okay, that is cool due to the fact that it started trending in the pre and aftermarket hours. So holding this stock, it's starting to give me some Noro vibes, guys, on that swing cycle. Starting to give me some Noro vibes. I do believe this stock, as you can see here, 52-week high being 1539. This thing is going to continue to set 52-week highs moving forward in its swing cycle. So you don't want to be caught buying this thing on the wrong swing because you might be buying it on the green day. The next 2 days are red. You're getting scared. And you sell off your position for a loss. We do not do that, guys. Do not get in the habit of selling for a loss. Now, Joe says, Joe, thanks again for the second super chat. Joe says, thanks. Look at your options for 10 and over for tomorrow in October. It's huge. They are in the money right now. The fee you are looking is it. The fee you are looking. Is it 2 days behind? Thanks again for all you do. Thanks, Joe. Let's take a look here at these options. What Joe is saying. Thanks for looking over here. Look at your options for $10. What Joe is saying, guys. Just looking in October. My boy Joe talking about these $10 strikes. Okay. Joe is right. It's in the money. It's in the money, Joe. You're right. But with this volatility, though, a lot of these people are going to be exercising it before we get even close to that expiration. That'll be key. That'll be ideal. That'll be smart. This is a play I wouldn't even sell the contract. I would exercise. But it's money in these option plays, though, guys. You can just sell the contract for cash. The way that when we see these volatile swing cycle stocks, easy option money, guys. Easy options money. okay, on puts as well as calls. If you know what you're doing, guys, you can make money on both sides of the field all day long, not even owning any shares of TMC, guys. Okay, so with that being said, like Joe said, October is going to be huge, okay? Especially if this thing continues to move how it is moving. Especially if we continue to see large-scale and small-scale orders coming in the stock that we are seeing. Okay? Like I've been telling you guys, TMC is going to continue to break 52-week highs moving forward. Again, thanks a lot, Joe. My boy Don has done it again. Okay? My boy Drew Peterson. Wow. My boy Drew. You know what's crazy? Drew Peterson, the actual guy, Drew Peterson, was actually in my city's county jail. He actually, Will County. That's crazy. Anytime the guy actually had court, it was like a news thing out there, guys. It was massive. Massive. Very, very massive. My boy Drew want ATER. Okay. I got you, Drew. We're going to talk about ATER here in a second. After Don. Don is just killing it. Don is killing it, guys. Let's check out, before we talk about anything else, before we move on to Don and get to Drew, let's get those thumbs up. We already hit the 125, guys, like I asked for. The next stop is 150. We got 153 people watching it now. So I know it's 25 people around there sitting around that forgot to hit that thumbs up. So if you did, I would love to see that thing jump up right now, guys. I would love to see it jump up. It doesn't take anything to hit that thumbs up. But what it does do, it does help this YouTube channel grow, because the more likes a video gets, guys, YouTube actually recommends that video to new users, to new viewers. Thus, once they get here in this live stream, guys, they hit subscribe, our community grows, TTM gets bigger, the channel gets bigger, the family gets bigger, and, you know, more ideas. We get more ideas, more tickers thrown at us. Now, back to the topic at hand. You know what? Throw those seats up, guys. I don't see Drew in here anymore. I don't know what happened with that. It's all good. We'll still talk about it, Drew. I got you, Drew. Still got you. Still talk about it, Drew. Even though that super chat went away, he still actually made it come across the screen, guys. That's all I really asked for. It's for the thing to come across the screen. PSHG though. Performance shipping. Now, I don't know anything about this stock, so you have to bear with me, guys. Anytime I don't know anything, or of course it's just shipping, but let's see what type of shipping they do. Performance Shipping Inc. is a Greece-based global provider of shipping transportations. It owns container ships. Oh, they own container ships and focus on providing sources for vessel purchases and selling, new building acquisitions, charter and financing agreements. The company's vessels are employed primarily on charters and carrying containers. Okay, so they don't actually. So they're in the type of ball game in CTRM. Like I was telling you, a lot of people. Like I was telling a lot of people, dry bulk is coming back. Dry bulk is coming back. Once the global economy opens back up, all these shipping companies is going to do very good. Very, very good. So with that being said, let's take a look at it. Bro, what time does this thing start trading on the open market? Bro, this thing is fishy. Very, very fishy. Bro, hold on. Let's go to this analysis really quickly and see what does it has in store for us. We do see, what I like about this support and resistance line right here, guys, it is showing us a uptrend on the support, which is very good. I'm just texting my man Black Nicholson right now, guys. seeing as though that resistance is getting shorter, like I tell you guys all the time. Looking at this chart right here, seeing that the resistance is closing in and the support is closing in, this stock is going to break. It's either going to break through or break down. Break through the resistance or break down through the support. And the way that the economy is slowly opening up, and this thing ships container ship. Okay, it's different than dry bulk. Those are big ships that you guys see all the time. The same ship that messed up the canal, that's a container ship. You guys remember when the canal got I forgot what company it was, what company that was, but earlier this year, guys, a container ship actually put the green on the screen. Put the green on the screen. Dan and Vic. D Vic just said, put the green on the screen. D Vic, tell me what you're talking about. Evergreen. Yeah, that was an Evergreen ship. Okay, when Evergreen had messed up that canal, actually blocked all the shipping, guys, that is when we saw these shipping companies stop drawing back. Okay, now things are open, things are starting to build back up. That in fact raised the charter prices as well. Now once those charter prices get back to normal and the floodgates are open, these stocks are going to do phenomenal. Now looking here at the order flow distribution for today, man, I forgot to look at the value. I could have noticed that this thing was going to be a funny day. Looking here at the volume, only 35.76 is the average, and only 12.6 came into the stock. Looking here at the shares outstanding compared to the shares free float, put the greenery on the screener. I got you, man. Can you talk about KPLT? I got you. I'm going to talk about KPLT here pretty soon. But looking here at this, let me see if this is an early seek, guys, because this guy might be on to something. Even though we see low volume, all it's going to take is people to rush this thing for us to make a quick trade on it. Nah, guys. Isn't the time just yet. But that turnover rate is very slow, very low. As you can see here, order flow distribution, did anything come through this thing but medium. Okay, and it tells it all right here on the 1 minute chart. Look how small that is. Look how small. Yeah, guys. So very slow moving stock. It's in the right industry though, because that industry is about to see some boom going on. Estimated borrow fee 10.88%. What's crazy is, guys, we see a lower estimated borrow fee in other stocks that have way higher value. It's due to the fact that what appeals more to the hedge fund, okay? With low value, they tend to not really like that too much. But all in all, guys, this stock can start outperforming the market if, let's check out this financials really quickly. Cash flow. All right. Now, very important is the type of balance sheet you want to look at. Total assets outweighing total liabilities is very, very important. It's very, very important, guys. That's something you really want to take a look at. I'm looking for we're going to talk about ATER, Drew. Drew wants to talk about ATER. Even though let's talk about ATER really quickly. Lucas sent us a super chat for €2, I believe that is, guys. €2. Never even. Thanks, Vic. I really do appreciate that, man. Thanks, Drew. Anytime. Anytime. So we're going to talk about, first thing we're going to talk about here is Drew's ATER. Okay, I'm not going to forget about you, Lucas. We're going to talk about Drew ATER, because we know that is one of our stocks that we have been talking about a lot, so it's only right we drop that ATER Gator in there. Yes. A lot of people will see a 12%, 13% drop and just panic. Oh man, you made the wrong call. I hate you. I'm down 13%. What is 13%? Guys, do not panic on the 13% due to the fact that you can average down. All right, you can average down, like I was telling you guys before. Guys. We're going to see drawbacks here. But in order to take advantage of that, guys, we have to buy it on a red day and not a green one. Buying on the green days is a sign of trading off emotions. And the reason why you're buying on this green day is because you don't want to miss out on anything. Okay? You got to do the total opposite. Buy on a red day and sell on a green one. A lot of people buy on a green day and sell on a red. I don't understand that. It's total opposite of what the big players do. But looking here at ATER, as you can see here, the volume is pretty close compared to its average. Very close to the average. We see a turnover rate that's concerning me, 40%. We don't tend to see those type of numbers here in ATER. Free float is in our favor. Let's take a look here at the institutional holdings. Institutional holdings is over 30%, so they do have a decent sway here in this company. Decent amount of sway. Looking here at the order flow distribution, though, let's see what went behind the scenes. We see that large scale outperforming it, but with small surpassing the outflows. But the way that large outperformed, it was crazy, okay? Okay, we see that 52-week high, $48.99, man. With that 52-week high being $3.04, you guys know what it is. Risk versus reward is in our favor. Now, with the risk versus reward being in our favor, that doesn't mean for everyone to just get excited and buy at these tops. Like I was telling you guys, if you did buy ATER when it was in the 19, yesterday was the day to, no, the 14th was actually the day to average down. Okay, now if you average down on that day, with the low being $10.70. So if you got a cost average at $10.70 and see that we're sitting at $9.65 right now, looking at that, I wouldn't even average down right now, guys. Averaging down right now from a $10.70 cost average, and we're only at $9.65. That is what we call trading on greed. Okay, guys, it's two emotions, fear and greed, that people tends to do. Okay, so we don't trade off emotions, guys. In fact, one thing that tends to have people trading off emotions is people that constantly looks at their portfolio. Okay, guys. Now, Some people have to do that when you're buying at the top, when you're buying on these swing cycles, when you're buying on these high volatile days. But the beauty of having an early seat, it's an easy seat. Okay, guys, like for instance, I have a ton of early seats. They're very easy. So it's fine if you wake up late, you know, wake up around noon. It's fine because you don't have to too much worry about your stocks dropping 40-50% due to the fact that they're slow gainers. Okay, anything that moves slow, like CEI for instance, the way KPLT was moving for instance, stocks like that, you do not have to worry if you have any early seat. So for instance, ATER, you got this thing at $4 range. Seeing it at $9 now isn't going to make me sell it, isn't going to make me panic. Seeing as though that when it hit $19, we cashed in a little bit of those gains. Seeing as though that it came down to $9, guys, isn't having my back against the wall whatsoever. So that's why it's very important to get in these stocks early, okay? It takes a lot of the sweat off of you guys. You wouldn't be sweating as much. Now, my boy Lucas wants to talk about KPLT. You know it. 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 KPLT. Overall, still in the uptrend. Please do not panic on this 2.62% drop in price. In fact, guys, we should smile at this. We're building support. We're building support levels, which is very, very good. Dude, what's crazy is, what's crazy about ATER though, I mean not ATER, KPLT, we always see this low turnover rate on good days and bad days. Today wasn't a bad day, today was a good day. In fact, seeing that we do see a red trading day as well as a red aftermarket, guys, I'm looking at this as a good thing. All right, due to the fact that we're building support levels, and that's something we want to do, especially when we got that low cost average. Okay, $3.27 is very, very volatile when it comes to building support levels. So it helps us sleep good at night, seeing these slight drawbacks. Can you talk about Prog? I got you on PC, personal computer. I got you. And speaking of personal computer, not to get off subject or anything, guys, yes, we are having a giveaway we're having a raffle for the MacBook, guys. So if you want in on that, we will be announcing how to get in here pretty soon. And it's a very good MacBook, guys. One of the top ones. MacBook Pro, to be exact. So with that being said, guys, us being traders, that will go a long way for us, you know. So I like to do things like that, you know. But looking here at KPLT, we're seeing low value. Cost the 52-week high compared to the 52-week low. Like I said, guys, in this stock, it's in our favor. Most of these stocks that we have been talking about throughout the week is in our favor. It's the fact that we all picked the good stocks, man. You guys have been talking these good stocks, dropping these good tickers, man, putting me on game, opening my eyes up to different stocks. I appreciate that, guys. You guys are helping me out a lot, too. It's not a one-way street, guys. You guys have been dropping tickers. I've been doing DD on it, and they have been turning out to be the right cause. So, with that being said, keep doing what you guys are doing. Okay? KPLT, though. Overall uptrend, we do see these drawbacks on because this day, guys, we opened at $7.47, but we closed at $6.60. Now, days like this give you is the day traders taking over, but that's okay because we long-term guys here in KPLT is here for the long haul. Now, looking here at KPLT, we see the support line was in a downtrend at first, but it's picking up. It's picking up. Okay. Now we see this resistance in a downtrend as well, which is closing in on their support. So we know here for a fact that this stock is either going to make or break here pretty soon, especially when that resistance is getting lower. Okay, so that's something we like to see. Looking at the order flow distribution though, let me give a slow clap. I love this order flow distribution, guys. I love this large scale order in the last 5 days. This thing is setting itself up for a huge run in the near future. And I'm talking near future, maybe even tomorrow. Okay, guys, maybe even tomorrow. I'm not setting that in stone, but looking here, we didn't see any movement today. We didn't see any movement yesterday. With the large scale orders in the last 5 days, all we need is one more to come through, guys. One more to come through. Tomorrow being Friday is going to be a very telltale sign for a lot of these stocks. This is going to show us how strong and strong-minded the retail investor is on these stocks. Is they very confident in it? Is they going to keep their money in these stocks over the weekend? And if they do, guys, huge indicator that these stocks are going to continue to run. Okay. Is dipping. All right, the next stock we're going to take a look at is Forg. We already looked at it once, but this is what happens when you drop a super chat. Now, like I was saying earlier, guys, 52-week low compared to the 52-week high, risk versus reward is in our favor. Now, let's drop this really quickly. It looks as though when this stock dropped from here, that was the bottom. And ever since then, this thing been in an uptrend, and the way that Forg is moving, I can see this thing continuing to move. I call Forg a trade. I wouldn't make this an investment due to the fact that if we look here at the financials, guys, horrible. Freaking horrible. It don't get no worse than this. It doesn't get any worse than this. The balance sheet on this, guys, is scary. Okay, I'm not saying you guys can't make any money, but this isn't a fundamentally sound stock whatsoever. In fact, the debt is so bad. The debt is so bad. The debt gets worse here year over year, man. Quarter after quarter. It's messed up. But with the total liabilities outweighing the total assets, we don't tend to see this every day. In fact, that alone will make me go left on this stock, guys. Will keep me at bay. Now, seeing as though that the 52-week high is in our 52-week low is in our favor, since we just hit it on the beat down, we can see levels around $1.50. But this is a stock you have to watch on the daily, guys. On the daily, all right? Now, stock like this, like I was telling you guys, earnings matters a lot in a stock like this. When the balance sheet is messed up, earnings is the biggest catalyst these stocks can have. Okay, so a good earnings call come through this thing. This thing can shoot to $3 pretty quickly. It'll sell off pretty quickly, but we'll see a huge spike in it. Now, bad earnings can do bad things. Very bad things. Even if they miss it by a little bit, it can tank this stock. Okay, EPS, bad EPS. If it misses the EPS, it can tank the stock. If revenue is off, it can tank the stock. Okay, so with that being said, guys, be smart. Be aware of these balance sheets. Okay, this is why I try to get you guys to get out there and get Webull. Okay, because Webull give us a lot of indicators. We get the cash flow, the balance sheet. We get income statements. We get financial forecasts, guys. We get corporate actions on splits and insider activity. A lot of this stuff matters. Okay, and they give us the news articles, but that's cool as well. Looking here at the estimated borrow fee being over 10%, but a total of 14% isn't high, isn't in favor for a short squeeze. My boy, we talked about that. Now, all the super chats are out the way right now, guys, which means I have to go all the way back up to the top of the chat and go down the line, guys. So that being said, Opad, guys, OPAD. Looking here at Opad, guys, huge day in trading. Now let's take a look here at the order flow before we get to talking about anything. I like that day chart. Oops, I clicked options. Order flow distribution. We see buying pressure. Clearly, we could have just looked at the freaking 1 minute chart and called that off. But looking as though we don't see any large scale movement today doesn't concern me. This was actually non-institutional buying today. And to see this thing shoot up like that, guys, multi-day runner. Multi-day runner easy. Okay, yes, we do see a red aftermarket. That's fine. Because this thing shot up 58.74%. And if this thing was going to see a red day tomorrow, we would have been down at least 10% right now. We would have instantly saw a huge selling pressure right at the close. That is something we don't see here, guys. Easy multi-day run. Easy. Now, if you're going to try to grab this thing at $19, you are taking a risk. You should have bought this thing earlier today, guys. I'm not going to. Really, yesterday was the day. This thing started trending during the aftermarket hours, pre-market hours. And like anytime I tell you guys that a stock trends like this during after and pre-market hours, what happens? Right at the open, it downtrends. It shows us a selling motion. Okay, so with that being said, applying these techniques I teach you guys will make you so much better at trading. I tell you guys all the time, anytime a stock is trending during the pre and aftermarket hours, your best bet is to hold off trying to chase that thing during those hours and just buy it during the trading day, but just wait until you see how the market reacts to the opening price. And in this case, guys, it opened in the sell motion going all the way down to $13.74 and spiking right away to 1960 before we started to see some volatility. But if you grabbed it at 13.74, you had a great opportunity to sell it in the 20s. Okay, guys, we see these exit candles, aka institution sales. More likely the medium, though, these medium sales. But no institution buying. No institutional buying today, but it was some institutional drop-offs. Maybe due to the fact that those institutions bought in. Let's go back. I think these institutions maybe bought in during the aftermarket yesterday. Yep. There they go. There they go. Institutional buy-ins was right there, guys. That thing caused buying pressure throughout the day. And they got out right in time. Got out right in time. They rolled it all the way up to 20. So, that being said, guys, you can move the market if you do have the liquidity to do so. If you come through with a fat order, which will cause buying pressure, which will have retail investors react to it. Now, Christina P. Can you take a... Christina P just sent us a super chat, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Christina. It really does help us out here on the channel. Not only that, it helps me mentally know that you guys appreciate what I do here, man. It keeps me going. It keeps me waking up in the morning. Keeps me doing all the DD that I do, guys, because I know you guys really appreciate it. Okay, I know my work isn't getting looked past, and I like that, guys. Awesome. Christina P, can you take a look at BKSY and LKCO? Sure can, Christina. Sure can. BKSY. Black Sky Technology. Now, we already know a little bit about Black Sky, guys, so we don't have to look at that briefing. But let's see what it did in the pre-market. This stock was actually trending during the pre and aftermarket hours. But this stock didn't sell off in the selling motion. As you can see here, this thing did start spiking right at open, 1320. We instantly hit that pretty quickly, but we closed here at a key. What is the close here? Close was at 280, which was the high. No, it wasn't the high of the day. We did close at a peak, which is a very key indicator that this thing can see some buying pressure tomorrow. It can see a green day tomorrow, Christina. Looking here at the analysis, though, let's go back. This is why I tell you, remember I tell you guys, when that resistance is closing in, as well as the support, the stock is either going to make or break. Okay, it's either going to break down or break through. In this case, guys, it broke through the resistance and shot up in price. Okay, so we do this support resistance graph matters a lot, guys. All these key indicators that we will give us to our exposure, guys, we use those well. Looking here at the order flow distribution, though, outflow is outperforming the inflow, not to my surprise. But the small, of course, retail investor is buying this thing like hotcakes. Looking at that volume today compared to the average, tremendous. The average isn't even 1 million shares, guys. So being over 6 times its average, okay, 52-week high compared to the 52-week low, it is in our favor. Okay, risk versus reward. The reward is in our favor. The reward is in our favor here. If we take a look here at the turnover rate, 16.49%, isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. Free float compared to the shares outstanding is okay, though. Okay, check out these institutional holdings, though, guys. Massive. In fact, they added 25.39% on June 30th, right after the Russell reconstruction. So they know something that we don't here. So this thing could be moving for some odd reason here pretty soon. And just because we jumped from $9 to $12, that is okay. But this thing is going to move even more, guys. Seeing as though that the hedge funds, not hedge funds, but institutions own, let's go back to it. Institutions own over 50% of that. It owned 50%, more than 50% of the shares, guys. We know for a fact that this thing does have the buying and selling of the shares is magnified. So with 6 million in value today, we did see a nice 25% gain, 21%, but it was higher than that. We did spike up over 25% during the trading day. Okay, so it doesn't take that much buy orders to push a stock when the institutions hold a lot of it. The only thing we have to be aware of, the institutional pullouts. Okay, them locking in some gains to cause selling pressure so the stock won't move. If it's a lot of them in the stock, guys, and they hold a decent percent of it, it's most likely they want to see slow and gradual gain rather than these spikes up, because they know for a fact it can cause the stock to crash down. That is why they tend to lock in some of those gains on the way up. Okay, they lock in some of those gains, ensure themselves some of that profit, and then they repeat it all over again, guys. Now, the next stock I'm going to take a look at, Christina wants to talk about a LKCO. Hold on, LKCO. For a minute, I thought that said OTC market. You guys know we don't do that. No OTCs around. But before we talk about this, we have 165 thumbs up. Next stop, guys, I want to see 180. Let's hit 180 thumbs up, guys. If you came into this video and forgot to hit that thumbs up, please, guys, do so. It really does help us out here a lot. Now, we got 165 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, guys. Most likely it's the same person over and over again. It's two same people. 2 of the same people, guys. That's okay, because I know 165 people agree with me. Now let's take a look at 175. You guys are awesome, guys. You guys are amazing, man. I got the best subscribers on YouTube. Might not have the biggest channel, might not have the best channel, but what I do have is the best subscribers, the most loyal subscribers in the game, man. In the game. Yeah, Dr. Pumpus is about to break the super chat. They want ATER and water again. All right, we'll talk about ATER and WTHR. You know I got to talk about WTHR. Bait mail. Bat mail just sent us $1 as well. Super chat. Thank you, Bat. It really does help a lot. Now, Christina. Back to Christina's ticker. Christina want to talk about LKCO. And as you can see here, LKCO has been in an overall downtrend since it hit $3 even. Okay, we're currently sitting at $1.47. That's what we're currently sitting at. But as you can see here, today's low being $1.46. So we're close to today's low. Currently under the VWAP, nothing to be afraid of, guys. We closed under the VWAP, which was a key indicator that this thing is going to see some selling pressure on it. Even though this thing spiked in price, guys, like it did. Who you think spiked this price up like that? 13% only on 33,000 shares being bought. Let's see how many institutions are in this thing. 1.42% they own here. Let's take a look here at the order flow distribution really quickly. So it wasn't any too much buying from institutional buying or selling, but it was mostly retail selling. We see some mostly retail selling during the trading day. Now that's a key reason why the stock didn't finish at a high. That's a key reason why the stock didn't close above the VWAP. Now during the pre and after market hours, this outflow and inflow does not move whatsoever, guys. It only moves during the trading day. So with that being said, that's why we see the outflow actually looking as though that it surpassed the inflow. You would think that it was selling pressure on the stock overall, but it wasn't. It was selling pressure on it during the trading day, of course, but overall, we saw buying pressure on the stock. And seeing as though that it closed under the VWAP, of course, it's going to see a little downtrend going on in the aftermarket. But all in all, guys, looking at that 52-week low compared to the 52-week high, it is in our favor. Risk versus reward. The reward is in our favor. Compared to the free float shares, a lot of shares are outstanding right now. Not too many institutions are in it. But looking at that free float, it tells you one thing. The retail investor is holding a lot of shares to their chest right now and do not plan on selling. The people want ATER and WTHR. I got you, Doc. I got you. Doc is doing you guys a favor, man. A lot of people that isn't dropping super chats, Doc is picking up the slack. He's putting y'all tickers out there. I think you guys might want to say thank you, Doc. He really does deserve it. Before we talk about those two stickers, 185. We had 185, like I said, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 185, so thumbs up. But back to the topic at hand. We're gonna take a look at water first because we just recently spoke about ATER. Like you guys know, my cost average here in water is 97 cents. But my average up price, I'm not averaging up until unless water hits $1.20. Now, whoa. We gotta check this news out together, guys. Oh, water is doing its thing, guys. Water is doing its thing. We see, hold on, let's do the other one. The other one looked much shorter. Alkaline water has entered into an agreement with an e-commerce agency. Oh my God, man. Water is about to do its thing. Specializing in managing retailers' digital markets. The partnership will be managed by Alkaline Water's new director of the e-commerce. Alkaline is doing their thing, guys. Steady's expanding its reach. If you're on Webull and you don't know anything about water, guys, this news section is nothing but good news. The company is actually steady expanding its reach, steady growing. Revenue is good. Number one independent alkaline company in America. Just endorsed Shaq. Just gave them its own six-pack, the Shaq Pack. Never had a commercial on this stock yet. I'm starting to see small ads on YouTube about the thing, and they're not even talking about the water. They're talking actually about the market on WTHR. Okay, and another thing, Shaquille O'Neal reached out to them. They didn't reach out to Shaq, so that's a big thing as well, guys. He actually liked the taste of the water, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will too. In this new role at Alkaline, Pittman will manage overall strategies on the platform, marketing and advertising. Something that Alkaline never really did was advertise. E-commerce, specific content, and optimization in supply chain efficiency. Water Alkaline cited that the e-marketer reported that the food and beverage was by far the fastest growing e-commerce category in the United States in 2020. Guys, this thing is about to blow. Now, yes, we do see a drawback, 3.5% on today. Yes, we were trading at the $2.25 here recently on the 52-week high. And yes, we're only sitting at $1.60 right now. So this is the time you should have averaged down. Hearing this news, you need to be averaging down, jumping to this thing. Now, that $1.20 that I'm hoping for to average up on seems like a moonshot, seems like a shot in the dark, seems like a needle in the haystack. But I got a decent amount of shares. I have a good average cost, guys. It isn't. I'm not going to trade off emotions and rush due to the fact that I don't want to rush this thing like I'm fear of missing out. Okay, guys. Seeing that though, as you can see, $1.60 is cool if you ask me, but we see a low turnover rate here all the time. Free float compared to the shares outstanding is getting smaller, guys. Keep your eyes out on that. Now, if we look here, like you see here, Water C-Store sales up 228% in the current fiscal year. If you look at any of this news on this company, guys, you will be sold. This is one of the most safe penny stock investments ever. Now, like I was telling you guys, anytime we see the support and resistance line, this thing actually broke the resistance before the close gap, before the box in. If you sell, buy back in, then pay taxes. Not sure how it balances out. But yeah, though, man, when you sell a stock, just to brush off what Black Nicholson just said, if you sell a stock completely and jump back in, you are asking for capital gains tax. Guys, don't sell it all. Lock in some gains, okay? Selling it all and jumping back in is going to hit you hard at the end of the year when it's time to file taxes. You're looking at your W-2, not W-2, but your tax form that your stockbroker gave you, and you're looking at a fat capital gains tax that you have to pay due to the selling of a stock and buying back in, guys. You know, milking the system, they're going to milk you back for something like that. So, yeah, guys, Uncle Sam wants his. But all in all, WTHR is in a good state, even though we see a drawback. This is what we want to see. We don't want to see this thing shoot straight to the moon. It's a penny stock that won't be a penny stock forever. In fact, guys, this is one of the most sought out stocks that is said to be an acquisition target. This stock is going to be bought by one of the big beverage companies. Okay, I'm guessing Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Nestle can get in there if they want to, but Coke or Pepsi would love to have America's number one independent alkaline water company under its belt. I mean, that title alone says a lot. So, yeah, WTHR is in a good place. Now back to ATER, guys. Now, before we talk about ATER, we need 9 thumbs up to hit 200 on this video, guys. Let's hit 200. If you came into this thing, guys, please slap that like button. All we need is 9 more, guys. Now, I need everyone to hold off on their super chats because this is going to be our last ticker, guys. I don't want anybody to send a super chat. We're about to get off. Okay, this is going to be the last ticker we talk about. So, ATER, again, as you can see here, high being the high price target here is $36, but we already passed that on the 52-week high. Okay, we already passed that on the 52-week high, which is past this. Now, today on the VWAP, guys, in order for us to hit that, we have to break $26. Far from $26. Okay, we did get $19.10, but if we break $26, I do believe we could break that 52-week high here in the stock. We need 3 thumbs up, guys. Smash that like button. But looking here at the estimated borrow fee, it's quite high in ATER, 110%. It isn't high enough to call this thing a short squeeze target. But the way ATER is moving, guys, we do see a drawback. We do see a green day, and we do see a red one. We're building support levels. Nice support levels. Okay, so while we're building these support levels, guys, we don't have to worry about ATER dropping another 39.4%. Because on the way up, we didn't build any support whatsoever. We just went straight up. Moved from the 3rd all the way to the 13th. We went from 0 to 100 real quick in my Drake voice. And then we saw a drawback. Expected, because we didn't build any support. But now we're building support. It's telling us what? ATER is on its next leg up, guys. Guaranteed. ATER is on its next leg up. Now we take a look here at analysis, order flow distribution. Large scale orders in the last 5 days. It's looking good in our favor, but tomorrow will be key. Will be a key factor for us tomorrow. Okay, it's going to push this one off the board. And let's see what brings us in tomorrow. Okay, but small outperforming it. We know that was going to happen due to the fact that anytime we see a high estimated borrow fee, we see the small outperforming the inflow a lot. Okay, guys, I consider this a buy at this price. I consider if we're in at the high 19s, you did average down yesterday. Not yesterday. Well, at yesterday as well, you had a good chance. If you didn't average down yet, guys, average down, please. This is time to be averaging down. I don't want you guys to be caught up there at the 19. It might take us 5 to 10 trading days for us to pass that 9-10 to come pick you, that 19-10 to come pick you guys up. I don't want you guys to be sitting around thinking as though you made the wrong trade. So, with that being said, guys, don't forget we're having a raffle for a MacBook Pro, guys. So if you want in on that, be watching tonight's video. We're going to be announcing the steps to get in the raffle, what you have to do, and all that. Okay, so that being said, guys, you have a good one. And don't forget tonight's rundown video. It's going to be jam-packed with some good gems.